What's up, Ragin Nation? How's it going? This is Alex, and you're watching a Ragin Ronin review. I got a review for you. Last Thursday, I watched Focus, and Focus is the latest film starring Will Smith. And I haven't seen a Will Smith movie in a very long time. I did not watch After Earth. That came out in 2013, but I did watch Men in Black 3, which came out in 2012. And that wasn't really a big deal to me. I mean, it was a decent film, but it's something that we've all seen before. And that is Will Smith playing the same character that he's played already, like the previous 2 times. And I'm really glad I watched Focus, because not only did it turn out to be a pretty good film, but it's Will Smith in top form. Will Smith is back after this long absence of not making like really good films. This is a pretty decent film. I gotta say that it is a pretty good film. And one of the main reasons is because Will Smith is doing what he does best, and that is playing himself. Nobody plays Will Smith better than himself, but he just does such a good job doing it, okay? That's why I like this film. And not only that, he's not playing your typical action role where he saves the world. So I'm really glad that Will Smith is doing something different. I mean, he does have his smooth demeanor, and he's a really good dresser, and he's just so good at playing that character that he plays. But at least he's not, guns busting out everywhere, and going, oh, hell no, you know what I'm saying? He's not doing that all over again, but he does maintain his mannerisms, but he's still a very great delight to watch on this film. But anyways, this movie's about con men, con people. There's a lot of cons going on in this movie, and it really, really takes you into the world of I guess this dark world of conning people. I mean, it's a business in itself, and this movie shows that. This movie is written and directed by Glenn Ficarra and John Requa, and I really like what they've done in the storytelling aspect of this film. They've really shown us, like, well, maybe not all, but a lot of the ins and outs of this whole industry of conning people. You know what? If I had to, take this movie and relate it to another film or another bunch of films, it's like Hitch meets Wolf of Wall Street. Okay, you got Hitch, Alex Hitchens' character played by Will Smith, and then you got the Wolf of Wall Street aspect of it, and that's conning people. And not only that, it's also starring Margot Robbie, who plays kind of, not really the same character, kind of the same character that she plays in Wolf of Wall Street, alright? You blend that together and you have Focus. And I really like that about this movie, because Will Smith is an expert at what he does, playing the character Nicky, the con man. He's an expert. He's so good at what he does, and he talks about all there is to know about conning. And one of the big things about this movie is staying focused. Hence the title. Don't get involved with the people you work with emotionally. That will be your downfall. Okay? And of course, that is, the predictable downfall of what happens in this movie. And while it is predictable in some parts, there's a lot of surprises. And the main reason why there's lots of surprises is because you don't know who's conning who. You don't know who's playing who. You always know there's a con taking place, but who do you trust? And that's what keeps the audience on the edge, and this is what keeps it engaging. Now, this film isn't a perfect film, okay? There are times where I find that, okay, this is a little bit predictable. It's also a little bit too perfect. These guys are just too good. But then, what do I know about conning? Maybe this type of thing really does exist, and I'm sure it does, but they really show it to the point where it's kind of scary. And I love that about the direction, but it just feels like that's really, really perfect. I mean, we live in a very scary world, and the director has really exposed that to all of us. They are almost like magicians. These con men are like magicians because they can just do anything, and with the trick of the camera, you don't really see how the con took place. You just see it spelled out when Will Smith just explains everything, and we're just supposed to believe that. But he does it really, really cleverly. I'm talking about the director. He just explains it so cleverly with the direction and the visuals, and it's very, very stylized. I really like this film a lot, okay? As a matter of fact, I think that I'm really, really glad to see Will Smith doing what he normally does. He's such a charm and delight to watch, and I find that there's really, really good chemistry only when Will Smith and Margot Robbie are not making out, okay? When they're not making out, it's great, okay? But when they are, I just feel like, okay, you know what? I get it, okay? They're you know, they're involved with each other. Let's get the movie going along, because I know that there's going to be a con taking place, okay? So very, very cool. One thing that's also very great about this film is the supporting cast. All the supporting cast are perfect. They're all very likable. They're there for a reason, and they all need to be there, but they all stand out. They all have very, very distinct personalities. And even some of the characters that just show up and come and go, I really like BD Wong's character. He plays this Chinese gambler, okay, who's like probably part of the Chinese triads. But he is just so scummy and evil, but you just love him for the way he portrays himself. What a great performance. I think that a lot of people will enjoy this film. Okay, I think that it really shows off an aspect of this underworld that we don't know a whole lot about. I haven't seen a whole lot of con movies. I have seen con movies. I've seen heist movies, but this is not a heist movie. This is a con movie. This is about a movie where people prey on your weaknesses, and people just know how to manipulate you and trick you out of, you know, your riches. So a very, very interesting movie. I really enjoyed it. Very engaging. You know, it's not a perfect film. There are times when I thought it was predictable. There are times when I thought it was kind of unbelievable. But at the same time, I felt that it was very, very engaging in the sense that they really, really showed off a lot of things that I didn't know a whole lot about. And it was great. Okay? So I'm going to give it a 7.75 out of 10. Oh, and on top of it, I love the soundtrack. The soundtrack was super fitting. Cinematography is great, and great direction. Okay, 7.75 out of 10. And there you have it. That's all I got to say in this video. I highly recommend it. As always, if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, like me on Facebook, The Ragin Nation. Also follow me on Twitter, @RaginNation. My name is Alex. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace. Quite brilliant. So I think that prompted 20th Century Fox to really open up their eyes and open up their doors to really welcome the possibility